a long time ago. About like in October. I remember I did like a video on my regular channel called the 3 scariest videos I have ever watched. And I remember I deleted it because I don't know, I didn't really think it was that professional to have me not know what I'm saying when talking about them. So I'm basically remastering that. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is just me rambling on about 3 scary videos I have seen back in when I was a little kid. Well, in other words, whenever I was like 10 or 11, or whenever I started becoming a YouTuber. So, the first one I'm going to talk about, I watched, like, a while back, I forget when, but I remember I watched something like that. So, I finally, got into some creepypastas, and one of them that was super big at the time was called, it was called, The Simpsons, You're Next. And it was made out of, like, clay. It's made by, the famous Lee Hardcastle, the same guy who, did, most of those, like, stop-motion clay Rick and Morty bumpers. And, he mainly did a lot of things on, Adult Swim. He, animated a promo for, Child's Play, which had Chucky killing a bunch of people with, like, different, devices like TVs, electric appliances and stuff. And, another one where he's brutally slaughtering a bunch of toys, including a bootleg Woody and Buzz Lightyear. But those aren't the ones I want to talk about. Those are, intentionally scary. Well, I guess you could say the one I'm talking about is supposed to be intentionally scary. But back then it caught me off guard. So, like I said before, it's called The Simpsons, You're Next. And it's, and so I watch it, I'm thinking it's gonna be harmless, like, oh cool, it's like some sort of, cool stop-motion Simpsons couch gag. So then Bart gets up off the couch, looks out the window, and, he gets his brains blown out, because there are, like, some intruders looking at them from outside the window. Homer freaks out and tries to call the police, but a guy with a machete chops his hand up before he can grab the phone. Marge is crying because of Homer, and Homer is crying as he has a gun pointed straight at his head. The person shoots the gun, Homer's face explodes. And after that, someone grabs Marge, rips her hair right off her scalp, and we see in a brutal fashion the silhouette of one of the killers killing Maggie with a machete. I'm guessing they had to use a silhouette because baby killing, seeing that would be kind of controversial. Well, it's already fucking controversial. Oh yeah, since this is gonna be oriented towards adults, this is gonna have a bit of swearing in it. So, after that whole thing, the only person that's left is Marge, who is passed out from all the blood loss of her hair being ripped off her scalp. And Lisa Simpson, who they decided to leave alone. But you thought she would have been the lone survivor until she gets shot by a cop, thinking that, Lisa killed her family. Yeah, that was pretty traumatic. Yep, that was early Lee Hardcastle. Hell, and I've seen worse from that guy. I've seen, a one called Ghost Burger. And it's like some sort of, parody thing. Then there's like a music video where it has these, darker Ghostbusters, trying to, ghost hunt. And most of them get, like, somewhat messed up in some way. Like the, religious guy, he gets his, face melted off. A girl becomes like a weird smiley face looking character. And the only person left blows his brains out at the end. That wasn't that bad. Well, what am I saying? That's pretty messed up. And then there's another one I saw was like a Ghostbusters / Pulp Fiction. But that wasn't that bad. It was decent. The second thing I watched, was, as I've stated before in my last video, Garfield. Garfield is, a phenomena that, came around in, like, late 2018, when, some person decided to draw some weird art of Garfield as a giant amalgamation monster. And so, I'd say anything Garfield related I've seen is just messed up. Like the Garfield Game Boy series, where John has to, kill Garfield and save Odie, Liz, and Arlene. And in the Garfield Game Boy full video, we actually see that even though John survives, he doesn't necessarily win. I mean, the house blows up. Garfield kills everyone. Garfield infects Odie, Arlene, Liz, and kills Normal in a very grotesque fashion. Well, even though we never see it. And then, at the very end, we hear some, like, nuclear stuff going on. And we see the text scroll on the screen as Garfield is talking. The world is ending, John. As Garfield absorbs John inside of him, and he flies off, taking the form of some sort of winged bat creature. He flies off as we hear the nuclear sirens. What's even more disturbing is at the beginning of the video, we see this guy. I forget his name, but I think he was at the beginning of the early Garfield comics. He used to be John's friend or roommate or something. He's in an insane asylum, and it shows a bunch of stuff like Jim Davis, Garfield, The End is Near, and a bunch of that stuff. And then, then there's the Garfield video, where, it's not really Game Boy'd, but it's, played like a full-on horror movie. So where, Odie's walking around, the house, which is all misty, and he's alone in the dark house. And we see this grotesque thing come into view, and it turns out to be Garfield, but not. So, Garfield walks up to Odie and says, "Let's play a game, Odie. It's called Kick the Dog." And proceeds to, his weird, body parts. I have no clue what those are, like tendrils, tentacles. Either way, he grabs Odie, and the video ends. I was expecting, like, a jump scare or something, knowing it's, a horror thing. But I guess Lumpy Touch isn't really the one who does jump scares. Unless you're talking about, his Movie Sonic videos. Movie Sonic isn't that scary. I mean, he does have a bit of a Stranger Danger vibe. Mainly what gets me is that he tries to act like Pennywise from It. Where he's like, "Hey, it's me, your best friend Sonic. What, you don't recognize me? You think I ate the real Sonic and used his skin as a suit so I could let your guard down?" And then, the weirdest part of it is the main joke about, classic movie Sonic was where he went, he would bang on the door and say, "Let me in! Let me in!" in a very aggressive tone. And it just gives the most disturbing vibe. But then after they talked about the redesign, then he just got less scary. I mean, he seemed more funny than anything. I mean, one thing that I thought was remotely scary was where, they have the full-on Sonic redesign video where they put in a, chibier version of Sonic with his face completely off. They take the original Sonic's face, stretch him out, and put, like, little staples on his face, and we see in gruesome fashion how detailed they put his face on. And at the very end, the redesigned Sonic goes, "Do I look cute?" And the scientists go, "You look adorable." And we see this disturbing close-up of redesigned, bulgy-eyed Sonic laughing. Lumpy Touch, folks. I mean, the funniest thing that I've ever seen out of Lumpy Touch's videos was the Super Larva Bros series, where it's Mario, but larva. The best part about it is Luigi. Just Luigi. He's hilarious. Now on to the third video. Like I said before, in my last, my original version, the video still is the same. And I've researched it a bit. I kind of rewatched it a little bit. I still don't think I'm ready to go back to that yet. But to those who don't know what I'm talking about, Liquid Slam, or every 90s commercial ever. What you might be wondering is, how could a 90s commercial video be scary? Well, here's the thing. They kinda bring in, like, a bunch of, they try to lure you in and make you think that it's a 90s commercial. Like, they get some, Capri Sun bootleg drink called Liquid Slam. They drink it, they turn into, like, some T-1000 liquefied things, fly out the door, float to a football field. There's, like, a football field coach that's, who wants to play football, and, so then, the three kids that were, like, the T-1000s, they, fly in, some weird laser action happens, and then we get treated to the beautiful image of the three kids amalgamated together. Now we have to see a human 6 bones, but just a third one. So after that, the football player freaks out like, what the hell is happening right now? And the kid is freaking out as well. I would too if I saw this amalgamation. The mutant, the amalgam runs up to the kid, pukes on the kid, I'm guessing stomach acids, because afterwards we see the kid's face melt off with blood. And the football player is screaming, like, what the hell am I seeing? And that's all I still remember from that video, because I didn't rewatch the whole thing. It just kind of perked my interest up, like, why am I afraid of this? I should go back to it. I do it again, still not ready. I had a couple bad dreams after that experience. Yep. For those who, yeah, I think Liquid Slam is, probably the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. And if you know me, I'm not really a fan of, like, melty stuff. Like, melty stuff, creeps me out. I mean, like, melted humans and melted animals. Anything that's alive, melting is just creepy to me. I mean, you could see, if you look in some YouTube videos about clips from cartoons or something, there's a scene from a SpongeBob episode where Flying Dutchman decides to move in with SpongeBob while his ship is getting fixed. The part that everybody remembers, I didn't really get scared of. I actually thought it was more funny than anything. But the bit that scared me the most was when it was happening to Squidward. So, after many failed attempts of Flying Dutchman trying to scare somebody, SpongeBob remembers one last person that Flying Dutchman can scare. And that would be Squidward. They go to Squidward's house, and then we see a bunch of stuff happen. Flying Dutchman messes with some powder. We see the face of Squidward's mom pop into view and saying, like, why don't you call me? And Squidward is, like, trying to make excuses. And it's like, why didn't you call me then? And we hear Squidward's mom's voice get more and more distorted as her face melts into, well, a clarinet. I'm not really into melting. Yeah. Yeah. That may sound stupid, but, even in, like, more adult movies, like, Jason Goes to Hell, the 9th Friday the 13th movie, that one's pretty messed up as well, where, this is the one where, Jason becomes like a ghost or something and starts possessing people. One of the guys he possesses is when his soul gets transferred into another guy. The one guy who got possessed melts into a big puddle. Dead. Even in movies like Gremlins and Gremlins 2, melting still gets to me. I might be rambling on and on about this. Yeah, anyways, that's the closest thing I can get to telling you guys about the scariest videos I've ever seen. I guess that's what I can do. That's all I can say right now. The reason I'm stuttering and saying so much is because this is unscripted. Yeah. I don't necessarily like to script videos. It takes too much time. What am I kidding? I'm already at 20 minutes doing this now. Whatever. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to, look up these creators. Lee Hardcastle, Lumpy Touch, and I don't know the channel who created Liquid Slam. Just look up Liquid Slam or every 90s commercial ever, and it'll probably come up. Yeah, it's not fun. See you guys next time, I guess. Bye.